Today I am answering your HR certification questions. We have a webinar called Insider Secrets, How to Ace Your HR Certification Exam. We're going to answer some of your questions. They're worth repeating. Let's go. This question comes from Linda, and she says, how much should I be studying right now? All right. Well, Linda, it depends. For everybody, it depends. It depends on your knowledge level. It depends on how comfortable you are with the material. If you were new to HR, if you haven't picked up a book in a while, it really depends. But I have found that through our program, ACE the HR exam, most students are studying between 60 and 80 hours. That can vary. If you're taking the SHRM SCP and you're not a great test taker, you might be studying 100 hours. But the key is our assessment. We have a 70-question assessment. It's our pre-study assessment that you'll take. And then I help you prioritize which topics you want to tackle first. We review by topic. You pick 2 to 3 topics and you review them for a couple weeks. This is our secret sauce versus reading all the things. You're going to focus on a couple different areas for a couple weeks, turning those weak points into strong points. And you want to make sure that this material is stuff that is most likely to be on the exam. This question comes from Sophia, SHRM related, and it's about situational judgment test questions. This question is, everyone says that the situational judgment test questions are the hardest. Is this true? Yes, they are harder, they're more complex, they're new to human resources because the SHRM certification is the new kid on the block. HRCI just has one type of questions, the HR knowledge questions. SHRM has 2. They have HR knowledge questions and these situational judgment test questions, which can account for up to 40% of your exam questions. So you're going to get more situational judgment test questions with the SHRM SCP than the CP. And these require you to make assumptions and do what I call thinking around corners. They are harder because you're faced with a scenario. It's normally like 3 to 5 sentences in a paragraph, and that scenario evolves. You'll have one question that talks from the scenario. You'll go to question 2, 3, 4, and up to 5. It is the reason that the pass rate for SHRM versus HRCI is less, because these situational judgment test questions are incredibly challenging. You'll be happy to know that our ACE the HR exam program, we have situational judgment test questions for you to review. I also go into the situational judgment test questions in my test question framework, which I talk about in our ACE the HR exam program. I am here to set you up for success and help you ace your HR certification exam. In our SHRM specific ACE the HR exam course, we talk about situational judgment test questions and all the content that is covered on the SHRM exams. We have a separate course for HRCI that covers just HRCI content. There is an overlap, but SHRM has much more broad information, and we pull in these behavioral competencies along with the situational judgment test questions. You can take a look at our program, acethehrexam.com. I try to make it affordable. It has a test question bank. We have audio, video, digital downloads, flashcards, all the things. We have a 95% pass rate when you're enrolled in our program for at least 90 days. It's an amazing program. I'm an HR person with more than 20 years of experience, and I've been a facilitator for HR certification prep for many, many years, SHRM and HRCI. You can go to acethehrexam.com to learn more. Thank you for your question, Sophia. This question comes from Margot, and it is a common one. He says, I hear the SHRM materials change all the time. Does anyone else know if this is true? Help me out here. So the answer is yes, they do change. However, there haven't been any major updates. Really, COVID kind of put, I think, a stop on some of the changes, because if they make, like if there's a change in law, SHRM doesn't add that to their body of knowledge until it has been 2 years past. And COVID kind of threw a lot of things over in turmoil. So there haven't been a lot of changes. So if your book is, or your learning system is under it's 2 years old, it's still relevant. I would encourage you to pick up a different resource like maybe Dory Willer's book or our ACE the HR exam program to stay up to date on the things that are different on the exam. Yes, SHRM comes out with a new body of applied skills and knowledge, their BASC, every single year. Content does change, but there hasn't been a major update for some time. So if your learning system is a couple years old, don't stress, don't worry, it still works. Your learning system, you'll have the physical books. You won't necessarily have access to the online system, which is where we come in with our ACE the HR exam program. We have online learning, a test question bank, everything that you need to be able to pass your HR certification exam, and that is acethehrexam.com. Thanks, Marco, for your question. These are all things that we cover in our ACE the HR exam program. So if you want to take a look at our HR certification prep program for SHRM or HRCI, you can visit www.acethehrexam.com. But if you want to take a look at our Insider Secrets webinar, absolutely free, available to you. I go live with this presentation 3 different times a day. You can head on over to hrcertificationexam.com, join the next upcoming session of our webinar, and get all the resources that you need to help set yourself up for success for your HRCI and SHRM certification exams. My name's Jess. I'm an HR certification coach, and I specialize in SHRM and HRCI exams. I'll see you next time.